everyone, it's Addictive here, and in this video I want to give you guys an introduction to and sort of like an overview review style thing of T90's latest community tournament that's currently underway, the Wandering Warriors Community Cup. So before I start, just for anyone who somehow missed it or doesn't know, the Wandering Warriors Cup is a tournament that took place last month. The Wandering Warriors Cup 2 actually. It's the second edition. This was a tournament hosted by T90 and Dave in Age of Empires 2, and it was basically a tournament played on nomad settings, so starting the game off without town centers on most of these maps, just your starting villagers and enough resources to place your first town center wherever you decide to put it. But that is like the simplest definition of the tournament. Some of these maps were crazy. They made some of the wildest games I've seen in a long time. So definitely worth checking out if you didn't get a chance to see it live. But if you want to hear more about that, I'm going to leave a link in the description to a video from T90 himself going over the maps. For this video here, I want to talk about the community version, and the community version is exactly how it sounds. It is a chance for everyone and anyone to get a taste of the action that the pros were getting in the Wandering Warriors Cup. The tournament is played on the exact same settings that those pros played under, same maps, same draft. It's open to all skill levels, and it's divided into ELO brackets to try and balance out the competition. And yeah, that's basically it. So if that sounds exciting to you, and especially if this is the first you're hearing of it, if this is news to you, I imagine the first question that you have is, how do I sign up? And I hate to say it, unfortunately you can't. Not for this edition anyway, but stay with me. Let me tell you everything you need to know so you can secure your spot in the next tournament. So we started back at the end of November. It was November 25th, and this was a truly huge tournament. So we started things off with 354 registered players. That is insane. And I'm not sure how true it is. I've heard it said that this may be the largest 1v1 community tournament in Age of Empires 2 history, which at least to me is insanely cool. Now those 354 players were separated into 18 brackets, about 20 players per bracket. And those brackets were split into 4 groups of 5 players of similar skill levels. And since the end of November, those players have been battling it out within their groups in best of 3 sets on Wandering Warriors tournament settings. And the games have been incredible. It has been so much fun watching everyone try their best to compete for the top spots in their group. The strategies that we're seeing, the plays, the fails, the drama, it has been so sick. And if you're thinking that you want to see some of those games, you should check out my channel because I've been casting them. We have quite a few community casters that have been putting in serious hours covering these sets, and I'm going to leave a list of channels in the video description of all the community casters, and I really encourage you to go and check out those channels. We have some serious talent that have been covering these sets. So now we come to today. Group stages are finished, and the 2 players who had the best records in each group will advance on to the knockout stages. Sets here I played best of 5 instead of best of 3, so it's going to be a lot more intense for the players, and they'll need to bring everything they've got. The knockout stages are set to run from January 6th to the 26th, and that's everything from quarters all the way down to the grand finals. And it's up to the players themselves to schedule their matches, but that's the timeline. That's how long they have to get their sets completed. And when they play their sets, they're going to share the games with us, and we're going to try our best to get them covered so you guys can watch the competition unfold. Now, how they share the games with us leads into my last topic here, and what I imagine you all want to know the most, the place where the magic happens, where you can sign up for future tournaments, the T90 Community Tournaments Discord. So there are always things happening here. It's a pretty cool place to be even outside of tournaments. We have a lot of Age of Empires content. We have tournament discussions, team games, community games, and one of my favorite things, you can select a role to mark what ELO you are, and you can even join in to help our competitors practice on the tournament maps, or just post that you want to play on tournament maps and you'll usually find someone within a few minutes who wants to play. You can also find streams of casters covering the games, sometimes even streams from the players' point of view as they play their sets live. And most importantly, this is the place you need to be to get your name on the list for the next tournament. So while there are no official announcements just yet, I have been given confirmation that we'll be seeing a new community tournament soon. The dates and details are still being discussed by the admins, but we will be seeing a community version of the T90 Titans League. I am so hyped. So I wish I could share more details about this or what it'll look like, but right now I know just as much as you do, so I highly recommend to jump into the Discord, enable your notifications so you can get an early spot on the list for when it gets announced. Now, if any of this sounds exciting to you, please check the video description for your invite link. Get yourself in there and check it out. Tell them Addictive sent you. And to anyone on the fence, you know, maybe you've never played a tournament before, or maybe you just think you're not skilled enough, I highly encourage you to give it a try. You will surprise yourself, or at least check out the Discord. We have players from all elos competing, having fun in competitive settings, and honestly, it's a surefire way to boost your progress as a player. In fact, the lowest elo signup we had for this edition of the community tournaments was 223 elo. That's just so cool to me. The highest elo was about 2k4, so it's a huge spread. There's definitely a place for you no matter what level you're at right now. But that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. I didn't actually mean for it to go this long. I just felt the need to make something like this because I've been getting a lot of messages and comments about what this tournament was, and I guess even when a tournament feels this big, you can't expect everyone to know about it, so at least I now have someone to send people when they ask. I also just wanted to shout out a couple other community tournaments that are currently live, those being the Noble Community Cup, AoE Leagues, and the 7Ps League. Some really cool formats hosted by some awesome people, and I'll have links and details for all of those and any other community tournaments that are active right now I can find in the description. But yeah, that's it for me for this video. I'm Addictive, as I said, and I really hope to see you around soon.